What's up YouTube land, Xeno Gaming here, and welcome to round 3 of the Pro-Am Formula Racing League. Here today we are at the Gilles Villeneuve circuit in Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix. The Canadian Grand Prix is going to be the third race on the calendar, a bit of a mixed up calendar for this year, so and not wanting to get into Monaco too quickly I guess. I'm not sure when Monaco is and all that. I probably should put the calendar have a look at it, but I haven't had a look at it myself, so yeah, I don't even know what race we are doing next week. But anyway, here is qualifying. It's a wet qualifying session, intermediate tyres for the full session here, and this is my best lap from qualifying. So yeah, getting a decent run through the first sector here, and you can see we're up a couple of tenths, but very conservative braking here into the chicane. But you can see we gained all the time through the corner and on the exit, so compared to my previous best lap time, so I was obviously a lot better through there, braking earlier and then getting a better exit. So we do the same here, and we're now 7 tenths, 6 tenths up on the lap, and so this has been a promising lap so far. A really good middle sector, really clean. Now coming into the final the hairpin, I was going to say final corner, but into the hairpin, and now blasting down the main straight here. And looking at the times, I was not actually fastest in the middle sector, even though the game says that, but I was fastest here in this last sector, and the last chicane is a big reason why. If you can get the run through here right, probably a little bit deeper than I would have wanted, but I made good exit and good time through that chicane, and I had a good speed down the straight. So I actually was purple in the last sector up until before I went out for my final run. This is my final lap, and yeah, I'm down 2 tenths here coming into the last chicane, so I haven't really improved on my lap time, unfortunately, and we're currently P7, and into the last chicane I risked it here, and yeah, we cut the last chicane and pick up the track limits penalty, and yeah, I threw everything at that last chicane, knowing we're 2 tenths down, so it didn't really make a difference anyway. And we start P9, so really happy with my lap, actually. Bit of a shame it's only our 9th place. It's a second off the pace. Those guys are really quick. But yeah, I was really happy with my lap. I thought it was a good lap. It is what it is, and 9th is the best we can do. We out-qualify our teammate here for the first time this year, Joey. So yeah, hopefully it's a good race. It will be a dry race, just the wet qualifying for this week. So last week we had the wet race. This week we got the wet qualifying. So it's all happening here in the Pro-Am Formula Racing League, and now we're going to jump straight into the race. So yeah, like I said, really happy with my qualifying P9. Everyone gets a free choice at tyre, so I was really happy with the lap. Maybe not, I thought the position, obviously you'd want it to be higher, but yeah, really happy with the lap. Didn't think there was too much more in that lap from me personally. So anyway, just going through the setup real quick. That's what I run, and just making sure everything's all fine, taking the fuel at the car, underlap the car by one kilo of fuel, thinking safety cars, so will help us there, and that's normally the case in these leagues. There's always a lot of safety cars, but we're going to deal with it the best we can. So we're going to go away for the formation lap, and during this formation lap I'm going to bring
our
you
system checks are
the championship standings here. So here's the driver standings, and Felix on top with Eunice in second place, myself, Joey in third as well for AlphaTauri, myself in 9th place at the minute, so not too bad. I got the 19 points, so I got my second place from last week, and my 10th place in Bahrain for 19, so we're currently 4th in the constructor standings. Hopefully we can make a bit of a dent toward the top guys this weekend here in Montreal, as we now have finished the formation lap, and we'll get ready for the start of this Canadian Grand Prix. Really excited. I think everybody loves this place, and I do as well. So without further ado, let's get ready for the 5 red lights. What can we do here today from 9th on the grid? Let's find out here in Montreal. As we just wait for the game to load, and here we go. The red lights come on. the start of the Canadian Grand Prix. And let's go here in Canada, and we make a decent start. And with a little bit of wheel spin in the second phase, however, and we're not able to get up the inside of Elliott here. We've got Brandon up ahead as well in the Mercedes. And then we get Howards in the house there. We go around the outside of Elliott. There's a bit of contact there, but we managed to go around the outside of him through turn 2. And I try to stay as tight as possible, so there is more contact on the exit there, but we get past him, and he's still rubbing through the fast right-hander. That was pretty scary. And we managed to make the overtake, and I had to cut the chicane there, so there wasn't more contact, unfortunately. So that's one warning already to the name. But now we're going to follow Howie here, and we're going to try and make a move into the hairpin. No, I go a little bit defensive here. I go very conservative, and Elliott throws one up the inside. Felix, the pole sitter, has spun out the hairpin. Not sure what's happened there, but Elliott, really aggressive, goes up my inside. Unfortunately, little illegal overtake there, which is really a shame, and I had to let off the throttle, and that meant that Elliott gets straight back through and moves into 7th position. And now there's yellow flags here, and there's a McLaren in the wall. That's Eunice. Eunice is now crashed. He's out of the Grand Prix. This is an unbelievable first lap. We've had the pole sitter crash, one of the favourites for the race is out. And now there's another car in. It's a Haas of Quinton. Quinton has spun at turn 1. So it's all going on up the front here. We now find ourselves in 6th position. And look at this. Look at the train of cars here. They're going side by side here through turn 5. That's a very dangerous place to be going side by side. Very scary. Howie is in the wall there. I'm going to try and go. Elliott gets past. I'm going to try and go around the outside. I can't make that done. I'll almost lose it probably in the barrier. And now we've got Mucho Chan down the inside. Mucho Chan, but we're using our overtake mode. We're going to outbrake him, and he backs out of it into the chicane. I'll almost lose the back end again on that curve. It's a very, very sketchy curve, that one. And now Elliott's going for it down the inside. I'm defending it. We have a little bit of touch with Howards here, and we're now trying to get down the inside here. So using overtake here, and Elliott's gotten past Brandon for 3rd place. So Elliott's had a storming couple of laps out, and we're going to go down the inside, but Brandon's going to go into the pit, so he must have damage. Howards. Now Brandon had a poor run through the chicane. I don't know if he had damage here or not. I think he does, but we managed to easily overtake him into turn 1. Sandeezy, reserving for this Grand Prix, is out in the lead with Domi Lee in 2nd, Elliott in 3rd, and now I find myself in P4. So we're going to cut to lap 6 here. We've got Charlie now behind us, 2 seconds. We've got Dom ahead, 3.5 seconds in front of us. So as I come through the curb, I touch that curb that's a nightmare, that curb on this game. And I was at half throttle, and that's throwing me around. Quick spin, and we've dropped all the way back to where we started. No, even worse, P10. So that's what a shame that was, and that really derailed my really, really good first opening 2 laps there. I was sitting in 4th, pretty comfortable as well, and just in laps of concentration. Now Kev's in the wall, and that promotes us back to 9th. But yeah, laps of concentration, and that's what happens around a straight circuit. You can laps of concentration, and you find yourself making a mistake. So yeah, back to 9th place where we started, and now we get a safety car here, and I think everybody is going to dive straight into the pits for a new set of tyres. We're going to do the same. We're going to jump onto the medium tyres here. So it really annoyed with myself at the mistake, but you know, you got to pick yourself back up and keep going. And a long race to go, still 25 laps, and we're in a good position still. I feel like we've got decent pace around here, and you know, just make a few overtakes, and we can get back towards the podium places. I didn't quite have the speed of the top 3, but I felt like I was feeling pretty comfortable. I didn't feel like I had my full rhythm yet, so I feel like there's still a bit of time to find in myself at this phase of the race. I was feeling still pretty good about, you know, where I was. I just had to, you know, take my time here so as the safety car restarts. Just, you know, get into a rhythm and see what our pace is like compared to everybody else ahead. So we know we've got some quick drivers behind us as well, just due to the nature of the crazy opening to this race. So I try to time this up really well. Charlie doesn't get a good exit, and I timed it well, but I was too cautious. I let off the throttle, and that just allows him a little bit of breathing space in turn 1. Can we still make a move here? Not quite close enough, and we're just going to try and go around the outside here into turn 2, but that's really hard to pull off going the long way around. So we're going to have to just follow the pack here into turns 3 and 4, and hopefully we can find an opportunity here as we now move on to same lap to the end of the second sector into the hairpin. Charlie's going up the inside of my teammate Joey. Is Charlie going to be able to make the move down? Williams is also going side by side with the Alfa Romeo, and I make a decent exit here, and Joey's made a good enough exit to actually maintain his position ahead of Charlie, and now Charlie's in his slipstream and he's going to go back down the inside here. So I was loving this because I knew if they go side by side to the chicane, it could be an opportunity for me, but I braked really early and then I just completely messed it up. Cut the corner as well, and I didn't carry the speed or the momentum, and so now I'm not as close as I could have been. So Charlie's looking again here at Joey, and I thought I'll try and go around the outside, maybe get the inside line for turn 2, but I completely messed up my braking there, go off the track, and lose a little bit of time here. And now I've got the other Williams behind me in the ash, so now I've got to just focus and find that rhythm again. But as we come through into turn 6 and 7 here, I make a huge mistake here through the exit of turn 7. Get on the curb, the gearbox revs up, and that's the end of my race. So yeah, couldn't believe it. Just disappointment, and I've binned it on lap 11 here in this Grand Prix. Really disappointed with myself. It was a chance to pick up good points, and I had a spin on lap 8, and it's actually lap 14. And then I put it in the wall on lap 14, so yeah, really annoying. But hopefully we can rebound to next race, wherever it's at. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Sorry, it's only a short one. Just too many mistakes I made in the race today, and that's cost me. So a DNF. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave your feedback down in the comment section below, and I'll see you all next time. Till then, goodbye.